consensus when it comes to any smartphone that is less than 50,000 naira in price is that the phone is trash. So you can imagine that I wasn't a little bit impressed when Tecno said that they were coming out with a new smartphone, the Tecno Pop 5P, which starts at a base price of about 44,000 naira. I mean, I have to be honest, in this day and age where $1 equals 550 naira, saying that this is expensive in Nigeria, which is not a lie, it actually is expensive, but it's not in terms of overseas pricing. But what do you get for this price? Did this phone actually prove me wrong? Did it finally flip that consensus I have in my head? Let's look at the specs. So it comes with 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of internal storage, a 5,000 mAh battery. It comes with dual SIM and a micro SD card slot. Thank you for not removing it this time around. Beautiful. It comes with a 6.52-inch IPS LCD screen. Of course, there is no high refresh rate on this. So these specs look pretty decent, especially that 5,000 mAh battery. Now, I do expect this battery to do well because it is a 5,000 mAh battery and it's powering a 720p display, which is not large at all, and it doesn't have as many pixels to push. I also don't expect the pixel density of this to be high, so yeah, it's pretty decent. The 5,000 mAh battery will take you a pretty decent way. My issue comes with 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of internal storage. First of all, my general consensus when it comes to RAM on a smartphone is anything less than 4 gigs of RAM should not even exist anymore in 2021. But here we are with this. It's running Android 10. Even if it is a Go edition of Android 10, it's still Android 10, and I don't expect it to be as buttery smooth as you would expect it to be. Now, of course, Tecno will cover this up and say that it's a Go edition of Android, so it's supposed to be lighter and far less features, which means far less processing power used. Well, that's fine. But I do have a problem. They didn't specify what chipset is in this. All they said is that it's a 1.3 GHz quad-core processor, which is very, very suspicious because how the hell am I supposed to bash the phone if I don't know what chipset is inside? And now that you don't even tell me what chipset is inside, I'm going to bash it even more because, first of all, it's 1.3 GHz. Most phones in the mid-range section are clocked at about 2 to 2.8 gigahertz, so not too much of an issue. But I don't see this phone doing well at all when it comes to performance, at all. Maybe if I get my hands on it, I'll review it and talk about it, but definitely this phone will not have good performance. If it's not going to have good performance, but it will have good battery life, is there a need to buy the phone? Now, the Tecno Pop series is meant for the super entry line. So basically, if you don't have a lot of money to spend, then you should definitely just target the Pop series. Now, if you're going to get this phone, it means that you're going to be someone who just wants to take a lot of calls. That's all. Because I don't expect you to want to take pictures or videos of this. We don't even have information on the cameras. As of right now, I'm recording the video, I do not have information on the cameras. But if I do, I'll pin it in a comment down below. So, if this phone exists only for calling, here's a question from me. Why buy this phone when you can just go to a local shop, pick up a Nokia phone, a Nokia button phone that has impressive battery life, is extremely durable, it's near indestructible, and can take calls pretty well. And it costs far less than this. I mean, let's be honest here. That is the better thing to do if you're in this position. But if you want a phone that has a touch screen and looks like an Android phone, maybe just as a second phone that you can hold, I mean, you could get away with it, but don't complain if you're going to have very bad performance on this. I mean, I don't expect much from it. Those are just my thoughts. I know it's very short because, well, I wasn't actually expecting to record this video, but here we are. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.